Afternoon then, Year 5, and welcome to today's English lesson. So we've finally finished the book Odysseus and we've moved on to a new book now. I'm not going to introduce the name of the book yet because that will give it away for our first task today. So today's date and LO is here and it will also be on your Google document anyway. So let's begin with our lesson. So what we're going to focus on first of all is in fact the first line of the book. I'm not going to tell you what the book is, but we're just going to focus on the first line. So here it is here. When the doorbell rings at 3 in the morning, it's never good news. And what I want you to think about now is looking at this very first line of the book is what do you immediately think about this sentence? When you read it, what are the first thoughts that go through your head? Do you have maybe any questions that you were asking yourself about this? Okay, so what you're going to do in your Google document is write down any questions that this first sentence in this book makes you ask, okay, or anything that you want to know more about, okay? So to help you, I'm just going to run through this sentence for you and maybe help you try and think of some of your own questions that you might be thinking about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break the sentence into two parts. So the first part here we're going to look at is when the doorbell rings at 3 in the morning. Now, the first thing that makes me think is, why is there somebody ringing the bell at 3 in the morning? It's not normally a normal time for a doorbell to ring. Okay, so that's the first thing I'm thinking of. Like, so who's at the door? Why are they ringing at this time? And also the idea that it says when the doorbell rings, it almost makes it seem as if it's something that happens regularly. It's not the first time that this has happened. So why is this happening so many different occasions? Okay, so what I want you to do is have a go, answer the questions first, two questions in, or the first question I think it is, on your Google document, talking about all these different questions that you might be asking just from looking at the very first line of the book. Okay, so we're going to have a look now at the next task. So there's first task for you. Sorry, it's on there now. The next task is we're going to be looking at is what genre do you think this book will be? And do you think that you enjoy the book? So it's the next questions that are on your Google document. So to help you again with this first one, talking about what genre you think it will be, well, I'm going to focus again on this first section of the sentence where it says doorbell rings at 3 in the morning. Focus on that bit. Now that's obviously at night time. It's not usual time for the doorbell to be ringing, so it's a little bit spooky, a little bit mysterious. And the fact that here in the second part it says that it's never good news, that indicates massively that something bad's going to happen. Okay, something's not right, something's not good. So it kind of makes me think something's a bit off. So hopefully that will make you think about what genre of kind of book you think it'll be. So what we mean by genre, in case you're unsure about that, is what kind of type of book it is. You know, is it a comedy? Is it a thriller? Is it a drama? Is it an action? You know, hopefully you should be able to work out from just looking at this first sentence, have a go at thinking what genre you think this book will be, and then think, do you think you enjoy this type of book? Okay, and then of course for both of these, I want you to explain why you think this. So why do you think it's this genre? Why do you think you will enjoy the book or not enjoy the book? And then finally, for your final task, final question is talking about the title of the very first chapter, which is Funeral Voices. So what does this chapter name then suggest to you? So when you see this chapter, what do you think that the chapter might be about? What do you think funeral voices are? So perhaps you might think it's something to do with dead people, maybe dead people voices. Maybe he can hear voices from people of the dead. Okay, you tell me. Have a little think. Be imaginative, creative with what you think funeral voices might be. So all these questions for you are on your Google document. I was just running through those questions with you to give you some ideas for answering them. So have a go at that for me then, Year 5, and I'll see you later for our live lesson. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day.